Okay, so this is question 13 from exercise 35.1. We're just going to go through this again. Nice and slow, so make sure that we've completely understand what's going on. I'll read it out first. The length of a rectangle is 4 centimeters greater than its breadth, as shown. For part 1, we've defined, in terms of x, the perimeter of the rectangle. And then, if the perimeter of the rectangle is 32 centimeters, for part 2, we have to use this information to form an equation. And part 3, we've got to solve the equation to find the value for x. Let's go through this one step at a time. For part 1, we've defined, in terms of x, the perimeter of the rectangle. Now, I don't think we've come across the term perimeter in relation to shapes before, but the perimeter of a shape is the length of the line around the outside of the shape. So in this case, it's going to be what we would get if we added the length of the 4 sides of this rectangle together. Alright, the length is the sides that are marked with x plus 4 on the bottom and on the top, and the breadth, or you'll sometimes see it referred to as the width, are the sides marked with x, and they're the shorter sides on either side, to the left and right. So when we're finding, in terms of x, the perimeter, it means that we're going to write up a sum that has an x in it, and we're going to say this is what the perimeter is. So for part 1, we're going to add the four sides together. So it's going to be x plus 4 plus x plus x plus 4. So x plus x plus 4 plus x plus 4, like that. And all we have to do is then just add this up. So x plus x plus x plus x, that's 4x. And 4 plus 4 is just going to be 8. So 4x plus 8 is the perimeter of that rectangle there in the diagram. Then we're told that the perimeter of the rectangle is 32. And we have to use that information to form an equation. And the equation is just going to be 4x plus 8 equals 32. Because 4x plus 8 is what we found to be the perimeter already. And now the book is telling us that the perimeter is 32. So those two things have to be equal to each other. And for part 3, we just have to use that information to find the value for x. We just have to solve that equation. So let's solve the equation. Our equation is 4x plus 8 equals 32. So because there's no x squared, we're going to do the thing where we put all the numbers to the right hand side of the equal and keep the letters on the left. So our next one is going to be 4x equals 32 minus 8, because it was plus 8 on the left, and when it goes across it becomes a minus 8. That means that 4x is equal to 32 minus 8, which is 24. And from here we're going to bring our 4 across. We're going to get x equals 24 divided by 4, because on the left up here it was multiplied by 4, so when we bring it across the equals it becomes divided by, which means x is equal to 6. Alright, so that is 6. So that would mean that the breadth of our rectangle is 6 centimeters, and the length of our rectangle in this case would be 10 centimeters.